Welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another Quick Take Reality Star News Edition. Well, I am glad to actually see this article actually come across the airways, because I think it's another opportunity for Miss Shannon Beador to actually take accountability in a real meaningful way, and actually also share her experience as that dreadful night of the DUI that is being talked about heavily in this season's current RHOC. So with that, let's go ahead and get into this particular quick take. Now, according to people.com, Shannon Beador recounts surreal experience of going to jail after DUI. I pretended I was in a bedroom. In the early hours of September 17th, in Newport Beach, the reality star was arrested for a DUI after crashing her car into a planter box attached to a house. Shannon Storms Beador is looking back on her time in jail and the lessons she learned from the experience. In an exclusive conversation with People, the Real Housewives of Orange County star 60 opened up about her brief stint in jail after she was taken into custody for her headline-making DUI and alleged hit and run in September 2023. After prefacing that she tends to be very claustrophobic, Storms Beador recalled the moment an officer escorted her to her cell. "I said to the policeman, 'Oh no, I can't go in there. That's too small. I can't go in there.' And there were no bars for air. It was a door. They go, 'Well, this is the bigger one.' So I walked in to see, and they shut the door. And then I'm like, 'No, you gotta let me go. I can't be here,' she recalled. To offset her claustrophobia, the Bravo celebrity told People that she laid down on the bed and I faced the wall. 'So I was just pretending I was in a bedroom, like, oh no, you were just in a bedroom,' she continued. While she was uncomfortable, Storms Beador acknowledged she was there to serve her fine of 5 hours in jail. 'I was injured. I had blood all over me,' she continued. 'And when they let me out, literally, it was like in the movies. They opened up this garage door and I didn't even know where. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? And they go, you can go. I had no shoes on. It was surreal. And it's something I will never let happen again. I'm never going to make poor decisions like that again. I'm not going to,' she concluded. Storms Beador was arrested in the early hours of September 17 in Newport Beach after crashing her car into a planter box attached to a house. Police recorded a .24 blood alcohol level, 3 times the legal limit. She was booked on 2 misdemeanors and spent a few hours in jail before being released on a citation. The reality star would later be sentenced to 3 years of probation, which came with the required order to complete 40 hours of community service and a 9-month alcohol program. The reality star also told People what it was like to tell her daughters Sophie, 22, and twins Stella and Adeline, 20, about her arrest. They were shocked, Storms Beador recalled of her girls, whom she shares with ex-husband David Beador. "I'm a huge lecturer on never drinking and driving, and for me at my age to be setting such a poor example was just devastating," she added. "I made a horrible decision. I think about it every day, and I'm so grateful that I didn't hurt anyone." Now, as you may know, The Real Housewives of Orange County airs Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern on Bravo, which means they're currently in session now. And if you actually have already been following and subscribed to the family here on my channel, you will see that I've been recapping and reviewing the actual current season, which I do owe you a couple of more. But one thing I do appreciate for Shannon is that she has been so transparent throughout this season about this particular situation. Now, we all remember Gina when she had her faithful night doing the same type of thing a few years back, and how slightly Shannon became judgmental of that action. Well, now how things have turned, and Shannon is really feeling the heat and the pressure, really, because she knows what she did was not probably only embarrassing, but also just a thing that should have just never happened. And so we can all appreciate that she is taking the time to take ownership of this mistake, and we are so grateful that nobody was hurt beyond what we already know about, but that no deaths occurred or anything of that such. It's unfortunate that Shannon had hit what may preferably be considered a rock rock bottom moment. We will see at this point, but I definitely think that this was a lesson learner, and I'm so glad that she's learned that lesson. I just wish that she had learned it before actually going through this action. But hey, that's my thoughts here. So at this point, if you are watching the current season, please make sure you do check out my recap reviews as well, as we're going through all of the episodes and getting through to all of the instances and where the conversation has surrounding this particular incident, because as you recall, it did happen right after the reunion that they had last year and before the season kicked off for the season that they're currently in. Now, one thing I will say is that at this point, this season has been such a kicker for Shannon. I mean, talk about all the things going on to and for and around her and wondering how she's able to really keep afloat, but she seems to be hanging in there. I said in my last recap and review that she has really become the MVP for me in this season thus far, and I am quite frankly really surprised, but in a good way, for how Shannon is stepping up and showing up in this season. Because when I say she's taken a lot of hits, she is taking a lot of hits. Yes, some you may say are self-inflicted, not all of them probably though. Some may be exaggerated as well, but nevertheless, Shannon right now, she is really a trooper. She's hanging in there and she's really doing what I felt that at some point the alarm would go off and she would start to do, which is really just get in there and defend herself whenever it's necessary. And she's having to do a lot of defending, obviously, for different actions, but for this particular situation, she really is stepping up and transparently taking the responsibility and accountability for her actions. And when she says that she will never do this again, I honestly do believe for Shannon, she will never do this again, and we will all be much safer for that decision. So, of course, that's my thoughts. I would love to know your thoughts, so go ahead and leave those respectfully down in the comment section below and let me know what you think about this actual interview that she did with people. Are you watching the season currently? How do you feel about Shannon's take on really showing the accountability? Do you feel she is taking the appropriate accountability? Just really, what are you thinking about Shannon these days? So of course, definitely leave those comments below, and if you are new here, definitely go ahead and hit that subscribe button to be part of the family. I would love to have you, and of course, subscribing is free. And for all of you that have been watching and listening to my videos here, I truly do appreciate all your viewing and listening support. I thank you so much for being here, and of course make sure you have your notification bells on as well, because I will be dropping some more videos here in the very short near future. So whether it's a live or a quick take or just whatever I drop here, I definitely don't want you to miss out. So be sure to hit that notification bell and make sure it's on all so you don't miss any uploads. And with that, I think I will bid you adieu. That's about it for this quick take, but I thank you so much for being here, and until the next time, bye.